peacefully protesting in Nigeria were killed and massacred by the Nigerian army. Now I want to bring this to your attention. The biggest threat in Nigeria, we know what that biggest threat is. It is Boko Haram, a terrorist organization that has been terrorizing people in Nigeria. For that coward military, Nigerian military, to go after, and instead of going after Boko Haram, they go after a bunch of peaceful people who are protesting peacefully.
The Nigerian military are cowards. That was the message, loud and clear, from an Iranian official named Saeed Abdi, speaking publicly about Nigeria's fight against Boko Haram. And honestly, he was being generous, because if we're telling the truth in this country, the military isn't just acting like cowards, it's become a symbol of helplessness, a force with firepower, uniforms, budget, but no results. A force that has turned crying into a strategy and press releases into victory. Now, of course, the headlines tried to soften it. Oh, he didn't mean it that way. He was criticizing the government, not the soldiers. He was misunderstood. But let's cut the games. When the world looks at Nigeria's military, they don't see strength. They don't see discipline. They don't see boldness. They see failure. They see excuses. They see years of bloodshed and no end in sight. And who do we blame? Foreign powers? No, we blame ourselves. Because no matter how painful it is to admit, we have allowed cowardice to take charge in a country that should be leading Africa's military doctrine. For over a decade now, Boko Haram has held parts of this country hostage. They've bombed schools, kidnapped children, slaughtered farmers, ambushed soldiers, and despite trillions spent and thousands of lives lost, the situation is still the same, if not worse. And yet, what does the military do? They come online, they tweet, they post statements, they warn, they deny, they blame the media. They say things like, technically defeated. They ask citizens to be patient. They give medals for surviving instead of winning. Meanwhile, the people are burying their loved ones. Meanwhile, villages in the northeast are ghost towns. Meanwhile, women are raising children in IDP camps, still waiting for the day they can go home. And in all this, someone like Ibrahim Traoré, a young, fearless captain in Burkina Faso, shows us what real military leadership looks like. A man who took power not to enrich himself, but to defend his land. He didn't tweet through his insecurity problem. He reorganized, he equipped, he engaged. And today, the Burkinabe people, despite having far fewer resources than Nigeria, are finally breathing again. Compare that to Nigeria, a country with one of the biggest military budgets in West Africa, with drones, with air power, with international training. And still, Boko Haram is a household name. And don't get it twisted, we are not disrespecting the soldiers who are dying in the bush. Those ones are victims of a corrupt and cowardly leadership. Victims of generals who prefer contracts over combat. Victims of a